Holmes didn't expect to see his brother again, but Mycroft had insisted that they meet. The world's former greatest detective had grown accustomed to life on the streets, liberating food that had been thrown out of the city's hotel restaurants and scrabbling for scraps that had found itself on the ground. It was his adjustment to his current predicament that seemed so easy that sometimes frightened him, but he felt confident that he would find his way out of his present living arrangements somehow. He was concerned that his appearance, an untrimmed beard and clothes stained with the dust of the big smoke, would alarm his incredibly judgmental brother. But regardless of his fears, Holmes made his way to the appointed meeting place, passing a few hapless pedestrians who eyed this figure with a mixture of fear and pity. He crossed Trafalgar Square and headed for the lions that stood at the bottom of Nelson's column. There was a woman there, selling flowers for a penny, who looked almost as impoverished as Holmes. Their eyes met for a second, and then he made his way to his assignation with his older brother. Mycroft was always early, so he spied his stout sibling standing impatiently by the fountain at the square's centre. When Mycroft spotted Holmes, he looked quite perturbed. "Brother, I would hardly have recognised you without your particular demeanour," Mycroft exclaimed. "I was surprised to get your missive, Mycroft, as my living arrangements aren't exactly ideal," Holmes replied. Mycroft moved a little closer to Holmes, albeit a little gingerly. "I felt I had to offer my assistance, as you are my flesh and blood, while I don't always approve of your activities," Sherlock's brothers said. Holmes considered what he had to say next before responding. "I'm not sure what particular kind of assistance you are able to offer me, but I'm happy to hear you out." Mycroft rubbed his chin in thought. There were a few people standing near the pair, but most were going about their own business. He reached into his pockets and brought out a roll of notes. He examined the roll and then handed them to his brother. Holmes grabbed them and took a closer look at the notes. "This is extremely generous of you, Mycroft, but I can't possibly accept charity. There must be £50 here. If it's a loan, I don't know when I would be able to pay it back," Holmes replied.